Hello everybody out on the internet that got the notification, and for those that didn't, well, there we go. Let's see how this comes out. Okay, so this is Chroma. Well, this was Chroma. Once upon a time, Harmonix, the guys who made Rock Band and Amplitude and a whole load of other stuff, decided they wanted to do something new. And I happened to get into the open alpha, which was covered by an NDA, until they abandoned the idea and took it back for retooling. And they lifted the NDA. They didn't delete the data though. Now unfortunately, there's no servers up. Unsurprisingly. There are no servers and nobody's running any, which is disappointing, but there's not much I can do about that. In theory, I've got all the files on here necessary to run a server, but it's all capped and cooked and all merged into one in an incomplete project, so there may not necessarily be what you need to make a server. But the tutorials are still here. So, you know what, I forgot something important.
You switched. Welcome back.
Haha! And now I'm in TeamSpeak too. Okay, there we go. So yeah. Yeah, damn it. How I could get this right. There. Okay. So there are two tutorial options available: Chroma training and weapons training. Let's walk through Chroma training first. This introduces you to the basic concepts of the game. There is a narrator that supposedly tells you how it all works. The important thing to note here, I don't have a mouse pointer. Okay, above where it says press fire to start there is a little box. That's the metronome. If you can't hear the beat in the music, which you will be able to for this because it's very obvious, then you've got a visual representation of it up there. This will become very important. So here we go.
Ah, good. My hack worked. We're in. Not that it was a hack, but I've gotten you through the Overture's firewall into a Fader training course.
So you run around with WASDA, and you jump with space, and you dash with shift, and yeah, they have a metronome available as well in case you need it.
Checked beginner on your survey, so I have reduced the danger of this course. Nothing personal.
See? Space to jump. So boring.
I am required to explain the concept of the beat to you. When you jump on the downbeat, you double your jump height. Try it now to clear these barriers. Jump when the metronome flashes to increase your airtime.
Look at that. But you have to do it on the beat, which adds an interesting mechanism.
Well done, Lion. Unfortunately, The world is not composed exclusively of static barriers.
Aw.
It's also full of things that can swiftly kill you. You now have a submachine gun. You are welcome.
You hear? That's the gun, adding the extra percussion.
If I wasn't so good at my job, you would be dead right now. Lucky for you, this fader is just an empty shell, so you can destroy it without fear of reprisal.
And yes, you heard the sound it made when doing damage. Yep, everything's in the beat.
See that pad on the ground?
Ah, yes.
Use these to leap quickly to any connected pad. Stand on the pad. Do you see how it pulses with the beat? Jump on any beat to leap to the next platform.
Yes, you have to jump on the beat, but if you do, that happens. While you're traversing, you're invincible. You also, as you can see by your gun going away, can't shoot. Which is fun.
Traversal paths let you race on a beam of pure music, which is really a beautiful thing if you stop and think about it. You can also chain multiple paths together to cover more ground.
Yep, they chain.
Hit the next pad, and you'll continue the chain.
And you can tell by these ones that they're green, so they take a single beat. There are some that take 2 beats, and there's some that take half a beat. I'm hitting space each time I hit a pad. Because if I don't, I just fall off the pad.
It might be my automated heuristics, but I am starting to feel a sense of pride in you. Oh look, a long corridor. A perfect opportunity to practice dashing.
Yeah.
Dashing allows you to outmaneuver rockets and other things that want to kill you.
Yeah, that's on every beat. They've also got the ground pound that you can do every beat. On the off beat. And yes, you can combine jumping and dashing. Like that.
I'm not sure how much longer I can hold this training course at the bouncy castle level of difficulty. I just gotten you a grenade launcher. Switch to it now.
There we go.
This brainless pawn faintly resembles my last client. Fire a grenade over the divider to end his career.
Yeah, you have to right click on the beat. If you do so, then you get extra ammo. As you can see, I now got a 5 out of 5 with one of them being yellow because I successfully right clicked on the beat.
What you did as dunking. Only this is not basketball. This is murder ball. Note that grenades explode on the downbeat. Remember, the beat is your friend. A good, reliable friend who will do anything
Or you can,
to keep you from becoming dead.
yes, they explode automatically on the downbeat. Or you can right click to trigger them early, if you so desire.
This beacon transmits the signal to billions of listeners throughout the galaxy. Stand in its sync zone, and your music will propagate through it.
You hear the soundtrack? Yep. It all ties in together. It's great.
Your success depends on signal control. Sync to as many beacons as
There you
you
go.
can to stake your claim on signal bandwidth. Signal control can also affect your environment.
It's a shame that music has to go away, really.
Could even open doors. Doors very much like that door. In theory,
There you go. Successful reload. 8 shots of ammo.
some pad networks allow you to choose between two paths. Choose your route while in transit by looking at the link you want to follow.
Yep. You can go in multiple directions. You can go to here, or you can go to here, and then go to here. Pretty nifty, huh? They were often had them placed all the way down the arena. So if the fight was up at the far end and you spawned at the back, it's not a problem, you just take the pads. It's also a lot faster to take the pads than it is to walk that way.
Hurry now to the next signal beacon before any real
And yeah, you get situations like this too.
guns and accurate skills and non-simulated rage.
Non-simulated rage.
Stay alert. I'm detecting enemy activity ahead.
Oh hey, I was not aware that it did that. Yeah, you can stop at any time.
Now, get to the signal beacon and begin syncing.
You see there's pads around here too, so you can go up there and then up there and over here. Yeah, these are only 4, the actual in-game ones are 16. Well, 8 long.
I am thankful that you paid me in advance. You did it. Virtual high five. Head to the exit. You have demonstrated capability at the most basic skill level, client.
At the most basic skill level.
You visit the Chroma firing range for weapons training or enter a real match.
Yeah.
Otherwise, a real match could be messy.
So, that's how the basics of the game work. Now you're going to weapons training, which tells you all about the different options for weapons. So, there are 5 classes, as you can see. Assault, Engineer, Sneak, Support, and Tank. Assault has shotgun and
The assault class uses 2 weapons, the submachine gun and the grenade launcher. The submachine gun is a free aim weapon that can be fired at any time. It will continue to fire as long as you hold down the fire button. The weapon will reload once ammo is depleted, or you can hit R to force reload.
yeah.
Right-click in time with the music while reloading, and you'll be awarded bonus ammo.
Yeah, it's very rough, but
At any time by clicking the left mouse button. Grenades will always detonate on the following downbeat.
boom.
You can cook grenades by holding down the fire button. Once released, the grenade will detonate on the following downbeat.
It just goes on forever, I tell you. And jump on here, so that's Assault. Engineer. If you like beat matching, this is the class for you.
The Engineer class uses two weapons, dual pistols and the Engineer shotgun. Engineers can also deploy turrets. Lock on to an enemy to use the dual pistols. Once you're locked on, follow the beat match pattern using the left and right mouse buttons. Click when the notes reach their target. Reload the dual pistols by hitting the R key and following a different beat match pattern. You don't have to wait until you run out of ammo to reload. The beat match shotgun is fired similarly to the dual pistols. Fire with both mouse buttons while following the on-screen pattern. This weapon has a range ideal for close quarters combat. Deploy the turret by pressing the G key and then following the beat match pattern that appears. The turret can be upgraded up to level 3 by repeating this process while standing next to it.
Yeah, you put down a turret somewhere.
Enemy turrets can be targeted and destroyed.
And yeah, the pattern gets more and more complicated as you go. Wow. So that's the Engineer. The Sneak. Has
The Sneak class uses two weapons, the sniper rifle and the streak pistol. Hold down the right mouse button to cause the sniper rifle to zoom in. Fire on the down beam, a rhythmic marker displayed at the top of the reticle, to deal maximum damage. Fire the streak pistol by single-clicking the left mouse button. Fire on the beat, indicated by a pulsing animation on the reticle, to deal even more damage to enemies. Every time you fire correctly on the beat, your damage multiplier increases. Continue streaking to max out the damage multiplier. Break the streak, and the multiplier resets.
yeah, so more damage the more you fire on the beat. And in this case I'm actually using the Fulcrum sniper rifle that is a triple shot. It fires triplets. And if you fire on the beat you get more damage, obviously. You got support. There's Babel.
The
Oh, I have
support
one.
class uses two weapons, the healing beam and the damage beam, and can also deploy a healing station. You must lock onto a teammate to operate the healing beam.
Yep.
If locked on, hold down the fire button to deliver a constant stream of health to your teammate. Both you and the teammate can move freely while you apply the healing beam.
Yep. I don't have to follow, I can just... it's
The
locked.
damage beam is a free aim weapon that can be fired at any time and will shoot continuously as long as you hold down the fire button. The healing station will heal all teammates within range. Press the G key to deploy, and then follow the beat match pattern that appears. Upgrade the healing station up to level 3 by repeating this process while standing next to it. An upgraded station has a wider range.
Yep.
Enemy healing stations can be targeted and destroyed.
And then there's Zodiac, there's the tank.
Tank class uses two weapons, the rocket launcher and the tank shotgun. Lock onto an enemy to use the rocket launcher. Once you're locked on, click once to fire the rocket. Once the rocket is airborne, click on the beep to cause the rocket to home in on the enemy. You don't have to match the beep immediately after firing the rocket. Take enemies by surprise by firing the pause and then clicking on the beep to make the rocket home in at the last moment.
Yeah, and you can do it if you've got a lock from all the way across the range.
Time by clicking the right mouse button, whether you are locked onto an enemy or not. The tank shotgun can be fired on every other element for measuring.
See the way it just turns and arcs in? It's awesome. Boom! And the shotgun.
To deliver a melee attack. Press the F key on any beat to perform melee. This can be done
Yeah, only works.
if you perform a melee attack on the downbeat, you will deal maximum damage.
Only works on the beat. So yeah, and then it's telling you about the melee attack. And that's it. You can see there's capture beacons up there. You can hear his gun is the electric guitar. And unfortunately, running around in the tutorials is kind of boring, but it gives you an idea of what the game is like.
The assault class uses two weapons, the submachine gun and the grenade launcher. The submachine gun is a free aim weapon that can be fired at
Yeah, I know. The other thing that you can do is you can customize. There are different guns that have different sounds. So that's the Immortal Standard. Yeah. And the Dropout Standard. Or the Black Sparrow Elite. Yeah, they also, late in the game, they introduced the sticky grenade launcher, which was fun. And then you got the engineer's types. Never liked the sound for that, but there you go. Yeah, the Fulcrum Sniper Rifle. Yeah, Gene, Gene. Because you hear that coming in. This is a sniper rifle. Dark ASCII. Oh yeah. So there's two teams. You've got Immortal Systems and Dropout Enterprises, one of which is rock and one of which is Dropout Enterprises here, which is glitch techno. This would be the heel beam. And then the damage beam. And then wow. Yeah, there was a store due to go in, but never did. Probably because it was in early alpha. Yeah, it's a real shame that there's no servers up. I would love to get a server up for this, and then, well, in theory I'm not allowed to hand this out, but it's out of NDA and nobody's playing it and it's not available, and Harmonix will probably have a shit fit, but I don't care. Well, actually I do care. But yeah, that's Chroma. It was awesome fun to play. I loved every moment of playing it. Every new revision seemed to make it better, and they've just decided to pull it back for retooling, unfortunately. So, yeah. That's... yeah, and I'm just finishing up, so if you have come in thanks to Lobot, sorry. But, yeah, that was Chroma. Chroma was awesome. I loved it very much, and I do hope it comes back. Pretty much, I think every single person that I've ever found, ever spoken to that was in the alpha, said, this game is awesome, we want more of this game, please. The only time it wasn't very good was when no one was playing it, which it was a small alpha, there weren't many, but we got Steam groups together and that sort of thing so we could organise times to play together. It was that good. People going out of their way to play this. It's a brilliant game. I am very, very sad that it hasn't come around yet. here's hoping that something happens. But yeah, NDA's lifted, so I can talk about this all I like, and I can show you that. They actually said, when they said the NDA is lifted, they said you can talk about it whatever you like, show off game footage. Well, that's game footage. If someone knows UE3 better than I do, because it's 2014, so it was written in UE3, and knows how to get it working as a server, that would be fantastic. I would love to be able to get a server up and running. But yeah, other than that, unfortunately, that's all I got. So, thanks for joining me, or not, whatever. And I'm sure I will see you again some other time.